Hello guys, welcome back to another video. I'm TNU and today I'm going to be doing my 2016 to 2017 NBA season predictions for the playoffs. Please remember, if you like this, to like and subscribe. Watch all my other videos on TrashNUnbound videos. So let's get started. First round, we have the Golden State Warriors versus the Portland Trail Blazers. This is going to be one of Kevin Durant's first games back, I believe, if not the first game back. So I would consider this as more of a warm-up round for him and the Warriors, because the Warriors are just too much of a well-rounded team for the Trailblazers to put up with, in my opinion. So, with that being said, I think the Trailblazers are a pretty good team and have been just amazing this season, exceeding my expectations. But I don't think they can pass the Golden State Warriors. With that being said, the Warriors move on to the next round. Alright, next round, the San Antonio Spurs versus the Memphis Grizzlies. This is going to be a close match, and this is why I say that. Most people think the Spurs are just going to wipe them out. But we're forgetting that the Grizzlies actually have been really good this season, and especially during the past few games. And if they get a chance against the Spurs, I guarantee they will win. And I think the Spurs won't be able to put up with the Grizzlies' well-rounded offense on their defense. So I think the Grizzlies move on to the next round. Next, the Houston Rockets versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is, in my opinion, going to be the closest playoff match we see. We've got James Harden, one of the MVP candidates, along with Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook has been averaging a triple-double in each game for the regular season. And he is leading the league in scoring while he's at it, averaging over 30 points a game. While James Harden, on the other hand, is averaging over 20 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds. And while doing that, leads the league in assists. Plus, they're both, I think I say this again, MVP candidates. The top two, in fact. And this is going to be really something. By the way, I just use this chart often. It's not actually the 2014 NBA playoffs. You know what it is, the 2017 NBA playoffs. I think that Russell Westbrook's defense and his high-powered scoring ability is going to be too much for this Rockets team. I would give the Thunder a 4-3 advantage into the next round, which is going to leave the screen in a couple seconds. Next, the Clippers Jazz. I'm surprised the Jazz made it to the playoffs. Psych. I thought the Jazz were going to get the 3rd seed early on in the season, but then they started losing games, and I realized that they weren't as good of a team as I thought they were going to be. Meanwhile, the Clippers, which I thought were going to get the 6th seed, have been exceeding my expectations, especially with Chris Paul. And they're just great, and that's why I'm going to pick the Clippers to move on to the next round. Celtics, that will wrap up these, by the way. Celtics versus Bulls. The Bulls have been pretty good, but in my opinion, they have a good roster, not a good team. They don't really play well at all. And the Celtics maybe not have the best roster, but play amazing as a team. And I'm just going to say the Celtics advanced to the next round. We've got the Pacers Cavaliers. Everyone is talking about how the Cavaliers have been not trying for the past few weeks in the regular season. However, I think they were, because they definitely cared about getting that first seed. With that being said, I think the Cavaliers will play no better than they did in the regular season, and the Pacers will play better than they did in the regular season in the playoffs, maybe championship worthy, and that's why I'm going to pick the Pacers to go to the next round. Raptors, Bucks, almost the same thing with the Cavaliers and Bulls. The Bucks have a great roster, have been playing all right in the regular season, but don't play great as a team. Like, not teamwork specifically, not really teamwork at all, but how many wins and losses chart how many wins they have, how many losses, what their playing styles like, kind of just how they show up on the court. And for that reason, I'm going to pick the Toronto Raptors, who I thought would get the second seed this year. Final game of the first round is going to be the Atlanta Hawks versus the Washington Wizards. If the Thunder game isn't... I say Thunder game. Wow. The Thunder versus Rockets isn't as close, this one will definitely be two very well-rounded teams. I'm just going to show you who I picked. But that's because I just didn't know anymore. And I just chose the team that beat the Cavaliers more, because the Cavs are a pretty nice team. So the Hawks will advance to the next round. First round of the semifinals in the West is the Golden State Warriors versus the Los Angeles Clippers. This, my friend, is going to be a good match. Maybe not as close as people expect it to be, and I expect it to be, but a very close match. I'm going to show you who I picked, and then I want you to sue me. Yeah, never mind. Please don't sue me. You can call my lawyer. I chose the Clippers because, really, Golden State can win any year, but the Clippers are just great this year. And this might be their last opportunity to strike, which can actually put a team in a better situation. Just like what the Packers did in the NFL at the last 9 games of the season. They just won the rest of their games because they knew what it meant. They had to run the table. And that's why I'm going to choose the Clippers, because they have to run the table. Thunder versus Grizzlies. To me, I'm just going to give this one to the Thunder because they're just great, and I don't see the Grizzlies doing that amazing as they would against the Spurs. The Thunder, I think, will tire them out, and I'm going to hear a lot of hate comments in the comment section about I making the Spurs lose to the Grizzlies, but the Thunder winning. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Do that if you want. But in my opinion, I think the Thunder would rather verse the San Antonio Spurs or the Golden State Warriors or the Cleveland Cavaliers, which they can't, than the Houston Rockets. That's my opinion. You guys can say whatever you want. I thought the Grizzlies would win and then lose. So we got the conference finals. It's going to be the Clippers and Thunder. That wraps up the West. And starting the East, we got the Hawks and Celtics. Two of the most high-powered teams in the league. The Celtics are great this season. Took me by surprise. Hawks, I actually thought would get the second seed, but that's not really happening. So I think the Hawks are a pretty nice team. I think they can go all the way next season, but the Boston Celtics are really a threat to the whole entire East, and that's why I'm going to choose the Boston Celtics for this match. Next up, we got the Toronto Raptors and the Indiana Pacers. These teams are just great. There's no other way to put it. They have a high-powered team, high-powered offense, high-powered defense. What's his name? Pacers with Paul George might be too much for the Toronto Raptors defense, but the Toronto Raptor offense as a whole might be too much for the Indiana Pacers defense. I see the 7th seed coming out in this one. Let me know what you guys think about that one. I literally, for these two East matches and these two West matches, we're trying to think of something for like an hour. So I just chose one with my gut, and this is what it said. So next, Clippers versus Thunder. The Clippers with Chris Paul maybe getting a little tired. I don't think so though. 4th seed, very good team. Beat the Golden State Warriors in their division. Put up a fight. Amazing. Thunder, Russell Westbrook, Andre Robinson, Steven Adams, Victor Oladipo. Great offense. Amazing rebounding team. Russell Westbrook is like the only point on defense, but he knows how to play. Yeah, that's basically what we're seeing in this match. Maybe the best round of the playoffs. If we have it, it will be. I like both these teams personally, but I'm going to have to go with my gut, and that's saying that it's going to be a 7-game game. It is also going to be very difficult to decide the winner, and I don't think these rounds, some of these rounds will get into 100 points. With that being said, I think the Oklahoma City Thunder will move on to the next round, but that's just my opinion. As always, please comment down below what you think, if you agree or disagree with these predictions. That will be the last Western match. Final Eastern match, the Boston Celtics versus the Indiana Pacers. I accidentally clicked the button. Yeah, the Pacers move on to the next round because Paul George, I think this team can win a championship. In the next 5 years, let me mark my words, they will win a championship. It might be this year as well. The Indiana Pacers are just too much of a good team to pass out on this year. Same with the Memphis Grizzlies, although their time was cut short, and the LA Clippers. I just don't think that the Celtics will stand a chance to this high-powered Pacers team. And here we have the NBA Finals for the 2017 season. The Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Indiana Pacers. I believe will be a very close match. Let's show the scoreboard. This is going to be the amount of games they take and who wins each one. So in game 1, it's going to be a very tiring match, possibly to start off the game. I do think it will go over 110 points, both teams, but the Indiana Pacers come out on top. Second match, the Thunder still want to relax a bit, but are actually going to try a bit harder. The Indiana Pacers are also going to try harder because they both know they didn't play to the best of their ability, and it was a more tiring match. This one, I have the same thing, but it's going to be even higher scoring, and the Oklahoma City Thunder come out on top. Third match, kind of tiring as well because they've been playing a series for a while. I think is going to be also the Oklahoma City Thunder's win. Fourth match, Pacers now playing to the best of their ability and do come out with a win. Fifth match, each team realizing that they only need 2 more wins to win the whole NBA Finals. The Pacers haven't won one yet, I don't think, and the Oklahoma City Thunder haven't won anything yet. No team has ever gone undefeated in the playoffs, and no team has ever won a championship. So this is going to be good. It's a very high-powered match, only getting to maybe 101 to 87, and the Oklahoma City Thunder come out on top. This can be the final game, and I believe that it might actually be the final game. It's going to be a very tiring match, and my final score predicting is going to be 94-85, and the Oklahoma City Thunder have won the championship. Once again, this is only my opinion, so you guys can go down in the comments, say what you want, and I want to hear all of your ideas, what you want me to do in my next videos, and what you guys thought of this video, and if you want to do something like this for your own channel, maybe. I'm going to tag Will J to do one of these, and as always, thanks for watching. I am TNU, and this has been the 2016-17 NBA playoff prediction. See you guys.